This is the second unboxing of a Grote Jazz guitar. The first one that I received had significant damage and was sent back. I bought the guitar through Amazon, and Amazon sent a new guitar to us before I returned the first one. They were very prompt. This is the second one, and I've already taken it out of the box, but plan to show you some of the defects on this one and do a quick review of how the guitar plays, how it sounds, and what you can expect for $169. The guitar is obviously unpackaged, and there's not a lot of packaging on the guitar, but it was enough to protect it. There was no damage to the guitar, even though the packaging was breached in a small spot or two. I think the guitar is an attractive guitar overall, but it does have some flaws. I have intonated the guitar. I've checked the intonation, and it's sharp at the 12th fret on every string by about the same amount, and that should be able to be taken care of at the first setup of the guitar. The first guitar that we received, the one that we sent back, had significant fret sprouting. They were sharp enough that you could cut your fingers on them. This has just a very minor amount of fret sprouting, certainly something that could be taken care of during the first setup. In addition to what appears to be a router mark around the F-hole, just the top one, and the chatter from an awl or some other tool across here in the finish, there is something that's just a design defect, and it's a screw that holds the pick guard in place, and that screw sits out about 1/4 of an inch from the pick guard. I'm sure it's going to be a distraction at some point in time while playing. We'll take a look at some of the flaws in the guitar, and I think the best way to do that is to hold the guitar in front of the camera and show you. There's a pretty significant cut right where I'm pointing to in the neck. Probably not visible on the camera, but there is an outline around the F-hole where a tool must have run across here. It's very visible when you look at it in person, and there are dots from some other kind of a tool that looks like it was shattered on the finish here. It's only on this hole. This hole's nice and in good shape. I'm going to do a little comparison of the Grote with the Gibson ES 135. Certainly not a fair comparison, but we can see what a $1,000 plus guitar and what a $169 guitar sound like through the same amplifier with the same settings. And for this I'm using a Behringer. I have it set up pretty neutral. There's a little bit of bass added to it and a little bit of treble taken off of it. There's no reverb or any effect on it. And I have a warmness adjustment. It's a solid state amp with a warmness effect, tube type effect, and I have that set up a little bit. So we'll see what that sounds like and then compare it to the ES 135. Pretty nice sound. The volume pot is nice and smooth. The tone adjustment has some effect, not a tremendous amount of effect. It sounds nice. And now the Gibson ES 135. And to be fair, I'm using just the neck pickup, similar to the position of the pickup in the Grote. The output from this pickup is, the output is way greater than the output from the Grote. But still, not a problem. Crank up the amp a little bit if you need more output. A little bit cleaner sound from the Gibson. Certainly more power, but overall the Grote doesn't have a bad sound, and unlike the Gibson, which has a center block, so it's not really a hollow body. You don't get much output from the Gibson when it's not plugged in, and the Grote has enough output when it's not plugged in that you can hear what you're doing.